Has Trump won? When will U.S. election results be announced? Donald Trump is projected to have won 3 out of 7 crucial swing states in the U.S. presidential election, putting him on the cusp of taking back the White House. The projected results in 3 swing states, North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, come as signs suggest at least one other state is leaning towards the Republican former president. It could still be some time before we find out the final detailed results in the race between Trump and Democrat Kamala Harris. Results are declared state by state, and the BBC is keeping you updated with a running tally as we go. What is happening in the battleground swing states? The race is coming down to results from 7 swing states, which before Election Day experts believed either Harris or Trump could win. Turnout has been high in early voting, both in person and by mail, with records broken in some states. It's worth noting that votes are very much still being counted. Nonetheless, there are some signs of how voting in these key states is going. Right now, Donald Trump is projected to win. North Carolina, the first swing state to be projected. Georgia, which Democrat Joe Biden narrowly won in 2020. Pennsylvania, where final results could take some time. Trump also looks to be ahead in. Wisconsin, where an overall result may also take some time. The race is very close in. Michigan, where a final result is not expected until the end of Wednesday. Arizona, where the overall count could take days. Nevada, where the overall count could also take days. Up-to-the-minute results as they happen. So, what does this mean for when the result is expected? Donald Trump's projected wins in the 3 battleground states put him on the cusp of victory in the election. In some presidential races, the victor has been named late on election night or early the next morning. There were fears that what appeared to be a knife-edge race in many states could complicate how quickly media outlets projected a winner this time around. Narrow victories could also have meant recounts. Instead, results were declared in many of the battleground states much more quickly than had been predicted, allowing media outlets to project Trump or Harris as the winner in some of them. But it might take days or even weeks for the detailed final results of the election to be confirmed officially in every state. Legal challenges are also possible. More than 100 pre-election lawsuits have already been filed, mostly by Republicans challenging voter eligibility and voter roll management. Counting can take some time, with the verification of ballots requiring comparisons with active voter numbers, removing, unfolding, and examining every single ballot for tears, stains, or damage, and documenting and investigating any inconsistencies. On the other hand, vote counting has sped up in some areas, including the crucial state of Michigan, and fewer votes have been cast by mail than in the last election, which was during the COVID pandemic. When have previous presidential election results been announced? In the 2020 election, U.S. TV networks did not declare Joe Biden the winner until 4 days after Election Day, when the result in Pennsylvania became clearer. In other recent elections, voters have had a much shorter wait. In 2016, Trump was declared the winner shortly before 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, a few hours after polls closed. In 2012, when Barack Obama secured a second term, his victory was projected before midnight the same evening of Election Day. However, the 2000 election between George W. Bush and Al Gore was a notable exception. The race was not decided for 5 weeks, when the U.S. Supreme Court voted to end Florida's recount. That kept Bush in place as winner and handed him the White House. Is Donald Trump president yet? The winner of the election will be sworn in as president after an inauguration on Monday, January 20th, 2025. Before that, once every valid vote has been included in the final results, a process known as the Electoral College comes into play. In each state, a varying number of Electoral College votes can be won. It is securing these, and not just the backing of voters themselves, that ultimately wins the presidency. What is the U.S. Electoral College and how does it work? Generally, states award all of their Electoral College votes to whoever wins the popular vote, and this is confirmed after meetings on December 17th. The new U.S. Congress then meets on January 6th to count the Electoral College votes and confirm the new president. After the 2020 election, Trump refused to concede and rallied supporters to march on the U.S. Capitol as Congress was meeting to certify Joe Biden's victory.